teary eyes.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
I am the incredible man. I only do things incredible can. Cause I am the seed of a chosen breed. You don't see too many like me. Cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do when you wanna be me instead of you. Cause I am still on beat, showing love to the streets. Come on, you know me, cause that's who I am.
You hear them pads going up. You hear them clicks going up.
704 beats by Alex J.
Yeah. First and 10. We in the trenches. You like the water cooler. You be on the benches. Think your team better, but they lack skill. First snap, I leave your backs in the backfield. Your quarterback scared, I see it in his eyes. Sent the receiver in motion, that's just a disguise. My linebackers, they stepping up. Clog a hole, no letting up. Taking on them big blocks. On fourth down, we get big stops. My secondary is balling out. Your offense keeps stalling out. How many yards? Like none at all. Call the special teams, come punt the ball and it's gone. And you never see me fair catch. I get a block and then I'm gone like a Learjet. My helmet on, pass strap tight. My jersey shining in them Friday night lights. Win, we just came to win. Win, we just came to win. Friday night lights. Friday night lights. Win. We just came to win. Win. We must protect this house. I'm in a huddle talking to the Hawks. We gonna run it down their throat soon as we get the ball. Come out and fire off the ball, we going on one. My skill position so proficient, break for long runs. Come out running that option. That mean I got the option to keep that or pitch that. Defense, they gotta fix that. Four receivers, we spread them out in the shotgun. Hot reads, I got some. My tight end, so awesome. Touchdowns, I toss some. We score six scoreboard, that score six. Respect the ball, we protect the ball. We don't fumble, no throw picks. I feed my linemen pancakes. For all they blocks, I'm pancakes. Push you around like all night. End of the game, get your handshakes, huh? My helmet on, pass strap tight. My jersey shining in them Friday night lights. Win. We just came to win. Win. We just came to win. Friday night lights. Friday night lights. Win. We just came to win. Win. We must protect this house.
And good evening and welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Full Throttle Powersports of Lowell. I'm Kevin Hastings along with Will Boykins, Dennis Davis, Chip Carter's in the house. We got scores and more across the area. We want to welcome everybody to the studios here in Cherryville, North Carolina, KTC Broadcasting Studios. We're in charge of our three stations in Rutherford County, Cleveland, and Gaston County here in Cherryville. I want to welcome everybody to the broadcast. Waiting on the Burns-Cherryville game to wrap up, and then we'll join everybody on the radio. So you folks watching right now, you're the only folks watching and listening to us right now at home. So thanks for tuning in and watching. We're going to give some scores and more and go across the board. If you see black scores on our scoreboard, those are finals. The red scores are still active, and doing the best we can to get some scores. And if you do see one, you want to update us on us, thanks for commenting there already, Garrett. We've got a final 56-35 Freedom over South Caldwell.
Thank you, and that's the first update we've got all night. Thank you, Garrett.
We did get Garrett Clemens, so thank you, Mr. Clemens, for that one. We're going to trust you. He could be lying.
Yeah,
to us.
you could be.
You know, all of you.
That's not what you're hoping the score ends up being, though, is it, Garrett?
So for the folks at home watching, the black scores are final. So I'm gonna let Chip, Dennis, and Will go through left, center, right on what we have active and what we have final right now.
Which way we'd go?
Can y'all boys handle that?
I think so.
Let me guess how we're going to do this.
Oh, here we go.
All right, go ahead, Chip.
Yeah, I'm just going to start. By the way, the very bottom score in the middle is final, too. I'll let Dennis say that one. It pains my heart. The following scores on the left side are still ongoing. We've not confirmed their final yet. Burns leading Cherryville 38-6. That one should be over here soon. Our game of the night's living up to the billing. Hickory, last we checked, start of the fourth quarter, Hickory's leading East Lincoln 31-28. Watauga, in the words of Will Boykins, Watauga doing Watauga things, leading Alexander Central 42-14. Charles D. Owen up big on Madison 22-7. The rest of these scores are final in this row. Kramer defeats Lincoln 45-21. Shelby over East Gaston 42-6. Crest blanks North Gaston 76-0. Some big scores this evening. East Burke, Coach Cogdell heads back to chase and gets the win 38-14. St. Stephen's over McDowell 41-16. Freedom wins big. Thank you, Garrett, for the referral there for the notation. Freedom defeats South Caldwell 56-35. It was Mountain Heritage 45-13 over Mitchell, and Hendersonville had to get two more than Crest this evening. Defeat Avery 78-26.
Well, let's take a look at this Ashbrook Forest View game that was surprisingly closer than a lot of people thought. Ashbrook won in that one 21-6. Now the West Lincoln and Highland Tech is not final, but right now we have it at 53 for West Lincoln and 13 for Highland Tech. South Point is a final.
Oh my!
Yeah, South Point is a final over Kings Mountain by a score of 35-0. We'll come back for your editorial comments in a few minutes. RS Central and High Brighton. We've got incomplete game here. It's RS Central 26 and High Brighton 38 at this point. We do have a final on South Stanley and Thomas Jefferson. South Stanley 49-0 over Thomas Jefferson. And Bonnie Cone, she's not doing good. Mountain Island Charter 38, Bonnie Cone 6 is a final.
If she was still alive, Dennis, she would say she's not doing well.
She's not doing well.
I would say she's getting there. Never mind.
All right, it was drone leading West Caldwell 26-10. We don't have a final in that one yet. This one is not final. Newton Conover 37, West Iredale 28. This one is final. East Rutherford 35, Patton 0. That was a throbbing right there. Throbbing. They put some pop knots on top of their heads. Their heads are throbbing now. It was Mayton is leading Bandies 28-13. Ford is leading Bunker Hill 21-7. It was North Stanley over North Rowan 35-23. Carvin over Community School at Davis 29-28.
I think Kevin puts their score on the right side every week just so Will has to try to pronounce that.
It's okay, Will.
Can you not say Corvion?
Corvion.
Hey!
We like, what in the world? It was, excuse me, I'm sorry. That was goofy. I shouldn't have done that.
We're on.
Lake Norman Charter 56, Lane Tree Prep 19. Don't have a score for Pine Lake Prep and Christ.
We're still
King.
searching for that one.
I'm probably gonna take a wild gander on this one and call the win in that one.
You sure now?
Christ the King.
Okay.
Now I don't know that for sure, but we'll see when we get the score in a little bit. Albemarle 31, Union County 24. Brevard was leading West Henderson 41-27 at our last check, and West Wilkes is leading Elkin 41-0. I'm gonna take a wild guess, and this probably is what we can do on that last score.
Well, I'm going to go back and finish the scores in the middle column. We've got South Iredale Vikings losing tonight to Statesville Greyhounds. Statesville had 47, South Iredale 29. And if you thought that was bad, Lake Norman beat South Iredale 55-13. And in another score, Mooresville Blue Devils had 42. The Davie County War Eagles had 10.
Is that score final?
We don't have a final on AC Reynolds yet, but they're leading 47-7. So, Will, what do you think about that one? You want to call it?
I think we can call that one too.
I think you can call that one.
Hey, final Red Tornadoes beat the Mustangs.
Wow. Wow.
Boy.
Okay.
That
creates a problem.
Yeah, that creates problems in that conference. Just like the
But see, okay, here's the thing. Come playoff time, who cares? I mean, I'm just
Speaking of the who cares scores, Irwin 35, Asheville 41.
thanks, Dennis.
Now,
Appreciate
who
that.
cares?
Appreciate that.
You care.
Real cute. Got jokes I see tonight. Really.
The Roberson Rams 41 and the Inca Jets 0. Take pleasure in the fact that your arch rival Inca Jets got beat tonight and scored 0 points.
I'm too busy updating scores over here.
Inca didn't score tonight.
I am. I think I'm most surprised tonight by, two surprises tonight. The Lincoln and Kramer scored. Not surprised that Kramer may have pulled that game off, but in the fashion that they pulled that game off, I think is more surprising. And the Kings Mountain and South Point scored, and South Point whooping up on Kings Mountain the way they did.
And the question is Kings Mountain got a lot of injuries?
I'm wondering what's going on over there because
Are they playing poorly? Does South Point get revived in the last half of the season to come back and play strong?
South Point is who we thought they were.
Yeah.
And I don't think it. I think it's more. Not taking anything away from South Point. They rode their team out there. They played ball, but I think it's more what's going on in Kings Mountain right now. Trying to figure out what's going on with them, other than what's going on with South Point, because I think the more the problem is Kings Mountain.
All right, we've got an update on the score there. Chip, you want to give us that RS Central update?
Yeah, RS Central. So High Brighton has extended their lead 45-26 on RS Central. Ashbrook has and I think this looks like a final based on Max Preps. Ashbrook has defeated Forest View 27-6.
All right, 27-6.
That don't fare well for Ashbrook.
And their opponent next week, Will, is the Crest Chargers.
All right, boys. We are joined up on WCSL and WOHS. For the folks who are listening on the radio, you're listening to the Full Throttle Powersports post-game show. We've been on since about 10 o'clock. We've got some highlights and scores and more. First, we've got to take a break and get all situated here in the studios. We'll be right back on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Is on the outside. He's the pole sitter. Lane Riggs on the inside.
Head to Talladega Superspeedway.
Oh, Gray spins the tires, locks the brakes. Now the trucks run into each other.
Who will join Corey Heim in the Championship 4?
Number 12 on to 13. Heim is going to have to hold him off.
It's the Love's RV Stop 225.
Friday afternoon to 3:30 on Carolina Country WCSL. 92.9 FM, 1590 AM. Online at KTCBroadcasting.com. Hear that? That's a big old Massey Ferguson cranking up and getting ready for another day of work. And it could be you. Bill Sheehan at NC Tractor and Farm Supply in Rutherfordton invites you to hurry in and take advantage of up to $2,000 off select Massey Ferguson models with a cash payment. Or you can get 0% financing for up to 60 months. and ask about rebates up to $800 on select Bobcat mowers, or get 0% financing up to 48 months. NC Tractor and Farm Supply, 299 Railroad Avenue in Rutherford. Online at nctractorandfarmsupply.com.
Some people say there are doers, and there are dreamers. But what's wrong with a little dreaming, especially when it's shared? With hard work, little dreams grow into big ones. At Kubota, we know that your work never stops, and we're inspired by those who dream. But our equipment is built for dreamers and doers, like you. Kubota, built for those who do.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive, Kings Mountain.
It's tailgate season, football fans, and at Ingles, that means it's grilling season. I mean, the grill is basically shaped like a stadium. A meat stadium. Those grill grates, kind of like yard markers. The sizzle of those delicious steaks, burgers, and dogs. The roar of the crowd. So, who's hungry for some good old-fashioned tailgate food? And a hometown victory? I know I am. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
For 17 straight years, Via Health Partners has been voted #1 in hospice. There's got to be a reason. Via Health Partners provides exceptional care. The comfort of their patients is their top concern, and that's why they offer hospice care wherever a patient calls home. Via Health Partners is there where you need them and when you need them. Find out more by visiting their website at viahp.org. Again, viahp.org. Voted #1 in hospice for 17 straight years. Via Health Partners, founded as Hospice of Cleveland County.
Dig a little deeper in the well, boys. Dig a little deeper in the well. If you want a good and cool drink of water, you gotta dig a little deeper in the well.
Get your cool drink of water by calling the water experts. That's Setzer and Allen Well Company, with over 65 years of experience. From 24-inch bored wells to 6-inch drilled wells, from excavations to well and pump installation and repairs. Just call Setzer and Allen Well Company, 704-460-5809 or 704-477-9177. They are licensed and insured. Or visit the website at SetzerAllenWell.com. Call for your free estimate today. Grant Septic Service in Shelby services Cleveland County and all the surrounding area. Give them a call at 704-300-7530. Again, that's 704-300-7530. They do new septic system installs. They do repairs on existing systems and septic tank pumping too. They are proudly veteran-owned and operated, and they offer discounts for active military and veterans. See their page on Facebook. Again, call 704-300-7530 for Grant Septic Service. They are #1 at #2. Even on a cool, crisp fall evening, or even on a snow-covered winter night, there's nothing like slipping into your new hot tub from Innovative Pool Designs in Kings Mountain. And now this month, Innovative Pool Designs is having a hot tub sale. All hot tubs this month are 10% off. Come see the selection and then sit back and relax. And don't forget about your pool closings. Innovative Pool Design will be more than happy to come out and do it professionally, or you can pick up a pool closing kit. Innovative Pool Designs, 629 East King Street, Kings Mountain, 6426 Wilkinson Boulevard in Belmont. Online at ipdnc.com. There's never been a better setup than this setup from Oakwood Homes in Shelby. Are you ready to move? Well, start packing. Right now, Oakwood Homes in Shelby has a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home with 1,800 square feet of living space ready to move into at 110 Ashland Court in Shelby. Land and home sale priced at $299,000. Plus, the red tag sale is still going on at Oakwood Homes. Save thousands of dollars on your new dream home from Oakwood Homes, 1839 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at oakwoodhomesofshelby.com.
She didn't just visit the sick and poor. She moved in with them. It wasn't convenient, and it wasn't pretty, but they needed help. 12 more then joined this saint of the gutters. They were soon followed by over 4,000 other nuns who gave healing care in orphanages, AIDS hospices, and charity centers. Mother Teresa couldn't do it all, but she gave her all. Compassion is in you. Now pass it on from passiton.com.
And we're back on the And welcome back to the Full Throttle Powersports postgame show. For some reason, our sound was not working. Trying to figure that out. But we welcome you back to the Full Throttle Powersports postgame show. Can y'all hear me? In there? Oh, there it is. I got that.
before our very eyes. The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
I am the incredible man. I only do things incredible can. Cause I am the seed of a chosen breed. You don't see too many like me. Cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do when you wanna be me instead of you. Cause I am still on beat, showing love to the streets. Come on, you know me, cause that's who I am.
You hear them pads going click. You hear them clicks going
704 beats by Alex J.
Yeah. First and 10. We in the trenches. You like the water cooler. You be on the benches. Think your team better, but they lack skill. First snap, I leave your backs in the backfield. Your quarterback scared, I see it in his eyes. Sent the receiver in motion, that's just a disguise. My linebackers, they stepping up. Clog a hole, no letting up. Taking on them big blocks. On fourth down, we get big stops. My secondary is balling out. Your offense keeps stalling out. How many yards? Like none at all. Call the special teams, come punt the ball and it's gone. And you never see me fair catch. I get a block and then I'm gone like a Lear jet. My helmet on, pass strap tight. My jersey shining in them Friday night lights. Win, we just came to win. Win, we just came to win. Friday night lights. Friday night lights. Win. We just came to win. Win. We must protect this house. I'm in a huddle talking to the Hawks. We gonna run it down their throat soon as we get the ball. I'll come out and fire off the ball. We going on one. My skill position so proficient, break for long runs. Come out running that option. That mean I got the option to keep that or pitch that. Defense, they gotta fix that. 4 receivers, we spread them out in the shotgun. Hot reads, I got some. My tight end so awesome. Touchdowns, I toss some. We score 6, scoreboard, that score 6. Respect the ball, we protect the ball. We don't fumble, no throw picks. I feed my linemen pancakes. So all they blocks are pancakes. Push you around like all night. End of the game, get your handshakes, huh? My helmet on, pass strap tight. My jersey shining in them Friday night lights. Win. We just came to win. Win. We just came to win. Friday night lights. Friday night lights. Win. We just came to win. Win. We must protect this house.
I don't go against my Albemarle Water, so it's North Carolina State.
Mississippi State
There
wins
you go.
at home.
Power Sports post game show. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all are on. I turned y'all on. But we want to welcome you once again to the Full Throttle Power Sports post game show. You know, KDC Broadcasting.
All right, JP, I got you in there.
Okay.
Fine. We
Okay.
hear you. We hear you. We was getting some stuff set up, and wanted to make sure that you guys were ready and everything. We had a little tribute here, and I think I got it going on. I'm going to try to get it if I hit all the buttons right, we'll see if I did. I may not. We may jump back. So hold on to us, babe. That is not what I thought it was. So I'm gonna have to go find that file in a minute, but we'll go over that here in just a second. I want to welcome everybody to the Full Throttle Powersports of Lowell, North Carolina Prep Football postgame show. I'm Kevin Hastings, along with Will Boykin, Steve Degree, Dennis Davis, and Chip Carter. JP's in the house, and Coach Jeff Jones just sat down with us, and I want to talk about a couple of things before we get started here, folks, about our in our games and stuff, and of course all our broadcasts tonight. If you've been watching and paying attention, been dedicated to our dear friend Terry Reinhardt, who we lost last week. Didn't find out until after the shows, and we talked about it Saturday and announced to the world about it Saturday of Terry's passing last week, and I know some of the guys. All the guys here on Friday nights haven't really got a chance to say anything or talk much about Terry or anything. So the show may be a little bit different tonight, folks. We're going to do our highlights and our scores, but if any of our announcers or any of the folks want to call in and say something about Terry, feel free to do that. A big part of the KTC family, very loved as far as us, and then tomorrow everybody's going to see how big the man was loved in the community. Want to invite everyone out to it for a celebration for Terry's life out at West Lincoln Optimist Club baseball fields tomorrow off 27 up in Vale. Easy to get to, one turn, basically whichever way you're coming from, whether Shelby, Lincoln, East Lincoln, wherever you're coming from. They're going to have it out at the baseball field, folks. Not a regular funeral, so don't wear your suit and ties and that type of thing. They want to have a baseball sports themed celebration. So they ask you to wear your baseball stuff. Terry's been an umpire over there. The park, the field's named after him over there. So you're a good man in the community when you get the baseball field named after you, and you didn't donate to have your name on it. You're just umpiring. If you're just umpiring and you get your name, not a lot of umpires get their names on the field. They usually get asked to leave by or chased to the parking lot like Tom gets all the time. But love the man to death. Saturday mornings will never be the same with him. Friday nights will never be the same. Our stats will never be the same without him, because he had all the stats and everything we needed. So tomorrow night, West Lincoln Optimist Park Receiving Friends begins at 6. The service begins at 7. There's a lot of places to park out there. Be out on the field. Bring your lawn chairs, they say. So wear your sports clothes they want you to wear. So Terry's a Cowboys fan, a Celtics fan, a NC State fan, a Kansas City Royals fan, and of course worked at West Lincoln forever and graduated at Lincoln High School, went to NC State and Appalachian State. Any of those teams that I named, where you can wear that. And if you don't have any of those teams or any of those schools, like Terry or Steve and Dennis over here, you guys don't have any of that. I know Steve's got some Cowboys gear, but then if you don't have any of that, feel free to wear your Crest gear, your West Lincoln gear, your high school, something, whatever sports high school, represent someone. And that's what the family kind of wants everyone to do is come out. I can't tell you anything about the ceremonies or anything going. All I know is it begins at 7. And you can and go out there and it should be a good time remembering Terry. They do have a GoFundMe account for the folks asking about that, how to donate to the Optimist Club. That's where they want the donations to go to. We have posted that on our Facebook and our Twitter feeds. If you want to find that, you can go check that out anytime and follow that and donate to that as well. Like I said, those will go to the Friday night, to the Optimist Club. So with that said, we're kind of beginning our show like this, folks, and we're going to I'm going to pass to the guys who didn't get to talk Saturday. I know Chip did get to say, and then we're going to start and end with Coach Jones in the studio about that Shelby win tonight at East Gaston. But I know Steve Degree, I'll start with you. You've given me a few calls, and I know you guys saw each other a few weeks back on the field at West Lincoln, didn't you?
Yeah, I tried to. Well, actually, he was in the press box. You had told me him to do a race and to try to get to Howard to take our pictures together, but it didn't work out that way. But I did get a chance to call in Saturday on y'all talk show once I found out about the passing of Terry, and I started in the press box at Shelby High, and I would call him during the game to get the scores. That's how I was getting the scores, and I would give him my scores, and he gave me his scores, and that's how we struck up a friendship. And then I messed around and said something about David Thompson went to my church, and it was really on then because he loves himself some David Thompson because he's an NC State fan. And Terry knew all the stats. I bet you didn't know this, Coach Jones. He told me for the last 50 years, except for that 1 year, Shelby has averaged 7 wins for 50 straight years. I bet you didn't know that. And I didn't either until he told me. I said, asked him where to get it from. He said, I ain't going to tell you my sources. But he would know stats that nobody would ever think about even knowing. And where he got all this stuff from, only God and Terry knows.
Now, I don't know about the individual stats. I do know he's got a folder for every school and has your schedule in there, so he can go back. If you say what happened in 1977, he can tell you the score on that. So I did know that he had folders for each school and kept up with it that way. And Dennis, you did the pregame show with him for quite a while, and also the postgame show. Terry worked for us for 30 years. He's been bouncing different ways you've seen Terry throughout the years, Dennis.
I think my fondest memories, Kevin, or Kevin in his little room back there, that was just a place where he could go.
Terry's score room?
Because back in the day before the internet, Steve, like you said, you called Terry, Terry talked to you, he gave you scores, you gave him scores. Terry had the greatest Rolodex, if you want to remember that far back, of coaches and players and sports writers and people all over the state of North Carolina. And back then, we didn't just limit it to the local teams.
Right.
It was statewide. We'd give you scores from Greensboro, Grimsley, or, Outer Banks or someplace like that. Terry had that score, or he knew somebody that he could call and would get that score and what Havelock did that night, because that was a big opponent for Crest back years ago. And so Terry was the most remarkable statistician. You've got some good guys at Shelby that keep stats, but Terry had stats on everybody, everywhere, college, pros, high school. Everything. That was his passion, was to keep records. As Kevin pointed out, he had a folder on every school. You could say, who played right guard for Lincolnton back in 73? And he could go and tell you that and tell you how many tackles they had, how many blocks they had, or whatever. He could tell you every championship game, the score, who scored, whatever. He was a remarkable person with the numbers and stats. And it just mind-boggled me to go back there and see him sitting there. It is on his little bar stool with the little counter in front of him, and his phone just ringing off the hook. Well, who's that? Oh, that's a guy over in Asheville. Oh, who's that? Oh, that's a guy down in Greensboro. And he'd give him the scores. Well, what do you got? And he'd give him the local scores. Terry was the internet before there was the internet.
That's true.
Okay.
He was the max prep scorer.
He was.
and
was always right. They never gave you a wrong score.
Well, Coach Jones in the house tonight, and we'll get to Will here in a little bit. But Coach, you guys lost a coach this week in Shelby. Coach Taylor, do want to mention that, and Steve told me about you guys had a little play tonight. And want to tell us a little bit about that and what happened, and of course also with Terry as well. Start with Terry there, I guess, and then lead into Coach.
Yeah, I didn't know Terry as well as you guys did, but I always enjoyed talking to Terry, and I can remember a couple times several years ago I would call in before the game, and I was always amazed that Terry would ask me a question, and it was such a good question, and then he would throw a stat back at me, and I'm like, how did he know that? And you mentioned he knew every coach, because I remember one time he said, now you were the offensive line coach, and you started in like I think you started in 1995, and then you kept doing it till like 2007. And I'm like, my wife doesn't know that when I started to be an offensive line coach and things, but Terry did, and I got to talk to Terry for about 20 minutes during the West Lincoln Shelby game up there in the press box, and I just always loved talking to Terry, and Terry would always let me know what was going on in Lincoln County, and he told me a few things about my good friend Scott Cloninger before things got out in public about him going over to West Lincoln, and so anyway, Terry, when I was at West Point, New York last week and didn't get to do the Shelby Lincoln game, but I found out that Coach Taylor had passed away. And then a little bit later, I found out that Terry had passed away, and I'm like, oh my goodness! I mean, that's just two completely unexpected things.
Yep,
but it was it's one of those things that, oh my gosh, he's come in threes. What's going to happen next? Well, luckily so far nothing's happened next. But Terry, a really special guy. But Coach Taylor, a legend. My take on Coach Taylor is a little bit different. He was a great football coach, and I learned a tremendous amount about football. Now, I'm going to apologize. I may get it's a little dusty in here, Dennis.
Yeah.
I walked out. I was not hired to coach football at Shelby High. I was hired to be a history teacher, and I didn't know that. I thought that if you're a history teacher, you also coach football. That's what I wanted to do. And I went to Frank McDaniel, the principal, and he said, "No, they don't need any more football coaches." And I said, "Oh, okay." I was a little bit disappointed, and I thought to myself, I think I'm going to go ask Coach Taylor. And I didn't know Coach Taylor. I'd played for his brother, John, at Crest. But I went up to Coach Taylor in front of the field house, and it was the day before practice started. They were running the 400 that they always ran. And I introduced myself, and he stared at me, and it felt like about 15 minutes with those steely blue eyes. But Coach Taylor, it's probably about 10 seconds, but he had that ability. And he looked at me, and he said, "I think I'm going to make you an offensive line coach." And wow. That was a great gift, and how my life would have been different if I hadn't been the offensive line coach that he made me into. And also we spent some time, about 5 minutes every day. We both taught history, and we had lunch together. And Coach Taylor was always chewing tobacco. He'd go outside that last 5 minutes of lunch. He'd chew tobacco, and he'd give me life lessons about don't burn the candle at both ends, and put your money in a tax sheltered annuity. I mean, just amazing things. But Coach Taylor, just a legend, and his funeral service was quite amazing today. And I will mention there were three things that happened before the game tonight. First, I looked down there, and about four of the players were wearing these white tube socks with gold and black stripes. And they were probably from about 1977. I think Coach Taylor bought every pair of tube socks with the gold and black at the top and had them since 1977. That's what he made the team wear all the way through 1997. And so some of the players were wearing those socks. Number two, and I wasn't expecting this, about 5 of the players had their thigh pads taped. And that started when Coach Taylor, most everybody taped their thigh pads up. And then number 3, they came out in the wishbone. They came out in bone right and ran a power play.
Well, we're showing that for the folks at home. This is the play, and
it was bone right 36 power, but we didn't do too much power on it. But we lined up in it.
Yeah, we didn't block a soul.
Didn't block a soul. I was hoping.
Danny Morgan called me. I was talking. Danny is Brett's.
We're watching it online.
Danny's Brett's father.
He the one donated the socks.
And Danny played center for me, and he told me that they were going to do that, and which was good because I might have just started bawling, right there. But no, we hadn't blocked a soul. Good gracious, that's terrible.
The nose tackle got blocked, but the rest of them didn't.
Yeah.
The first guy.
At least you weren't coaching that line.
Number 60
I was not coaching that
Malachi
line.
Gist.
But
60 blocked. The rest of them didn't.
Danny said, well, I can't help but think Coach Taylor's not happy with the fact that we didn't block anybody.
Was he supposed to go off tackle there? There was a hole off tackle.
He was supposed to go off tackle.
Right there is the hole.
Behind the guard.
But there wasn't much of anything there from what I saw. But it was quite a night. Now, Land Farmer went into this ball game. He needed 14 yards passing to be the all-time passing leader for Shelby, and he threw a 41-yard pass on the first play. So now he's the overall passing leader for Shelby, and he's still got at least 3 games left, 2 more regular season, at least 1 playoff game to add to that. But Land had a great game tonight. He was 13 of 19, 300 yards exactly, and 6 touchdown passes.
Well, he was down at Alabama State last weekend when you were up at the West Point, and he seemed to be favorable, but a few more nights like tonight, and he might be looking somewhere else.
Well, the thing about Land is he was really good tonight in that he only had 6 incomplete passes, and 3 of them was he saw nobody was open and he threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, smart.
He threw 1 pass that was kind of just about got intercepted, but that was the only pass he threw that wasn't a really good decision to make that throw. But he threw 6 touchdown passes. All Shelby's touchdowns were on touchdown passes. He threw to 6 different receivers, not on the touchdown passes, but his 13 pass completions were to 6 different receivers. And he had a great night tonight, and Shelby defense played pretty well, and it was a big victory. And I talked to Coach Wilbanks before the game, and he said I talked to the players, and I said we can't let Lincolnton beat us twice.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid what Lincolnton did is they let that Shelby hangover cost them a game. Now Stuart Kramer can run the ball. I mean, they can get in a power situation, and they can run the ball, and their quarterback throws it really well.
Yeah.
Shelby jumped up on them 22-0, and then boom, it's 22-22. And their quarterback made some great throws. They got big, tall receivers, and you can't teach tall.
The big number 8.
That big number 8, and some of those guys are going to play on Saturday. So, I just think that maybe, well, Dennis, when I was at Crest, I remember with John Taylor, we beat Shelby. And that still was the first time officially they beat Shelby because that tie was still a tie.
1974.
I know they won in overtime.
I played on that team.
But officially it was a tie. But we beat Shelby. It's hard to say we beat Shelby, but we did. And then we played East Rutherford the next week, and they were awful, and we beat them 7-0.
Well, Jeff,
and
I remember
the Shelby hangover.
We were lined up down there, and we were on the goal line, and we were going to run the touchdown. And long story short, the referee threw the flag on us and called interlocking legs on Roy Kirby and took the points off the board and backed us up 15 yards.
Also that your coach, if the year that I played, by them winning the overtime, that put them in the playoffs my junior year and knocked us out. And then they end up playing South Point again. South Point just warm up, beat them like 45-7, something like that. So.
Well, I just remember those matches that Shelby used to have, even back with Coach Allen, and then of course Coach Taylor was his protege and followed right along with South Point and Jim Biggerstaff and that crowd down there, and that was a rivalry. And then one year, lo and behold, I look down on the Shelby sidelines, and there's a South Point coach who's coaching for Shelby.
Phil Tate.
Yep.
Phil Tate.
The year before I got there.
Yes.
Well, Dennis, just want you to know Carolina fumbled the first play.
Give me some news, Jeff.
California ran 3 plays. They lead 7-0 with 12:48 left in the first quarter.
Well, 7 more points, and you can go to bed.
Couldn't have started any worse.
I just want to say one thing, guys. While we got Coach Jones here, he's always been one of my favorite coaches, but not when he done on the field, but how he taught his classes. I remember my grandsons was in his class, and I was mad because they made us see. Coach Jones looked at me and said, "I'm a hard teacher." He said, "I prepare my kids not just for this test, but for the next test." So I think they was in chapter 2, but I think Coach Jones already was giving them work in chapter 4. He pushed them to their limits. So he told me, if your grandkids make a C in my class, they'll make an A in everybody else's.
Yeah.
And I ain't never ever told him that, but Coach, I really appreciate that about you, the way you push my grandkids and they end up been undergrads from Shelby, and they got the same one. He got a mathematics scholarship to college, and I didn't have to pay anything. And I just want to let you know, I ain't never told you that, but I just want to let you know, not only are we coaches, but we got to be doers of young men too, and that speaks a lot for you.
Well, I appreciate that, Steve.
I
do.
To make them work like that, and then you was always one of, especially Keandre. You was always one of his favorite guys, and they also tell you thanks for putting all that football on YouTube because he's showing it to his son, and I just want to thank you. I appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you letting me take your seat for just a minute. I didn't mean to hold it for so long. But
No, we got
guys, I appreciate
we got
you
plenty of
letting
stuff.
me step in
This
here.
is what we wanted to talk about tonight. Yeah, we've got all night. Thank you, Coach Jones, for sitting in and talking to us, and like Terry said. Steve said, and like Coach, and they don't make everybody like Dennis and Steve and Will and Terry like they used to, and a lot of these guys. Tell them thank you for what they do before it's too late. Like
too late.
Me and Terry, he's had a rough year, and he's been talking to me all year about some stuff, and I just he just wonderful guy, and I can't say enough for him. I know you guys lost Coach Taylor and everything too, so been a rough week for us.
Me.
Yeah,
I had a triple
for Steve.
I had a quadruple triple.
Y'all got beat. Cowboys got beat.
We lost. Cowboys lost, and Mo, the guy who works with Shelby football team, head coach Wilbanks to call me about 4:30 Sunday afternoon. I'm like, wonder what Coach Wilbanks want. And he got on the phone. And I knew what he wanted. He wanted to rub it in. And then I lost Coach Taylor. Then we lost Terry Reinhardt. I had a rough weekend. Saturday, I had told Kevin I ain't really go outside Saturday, Coach. That's just how much all this stuff hit me. It's you never know, but God's got the answer. It's no wrong with God. He don't make no mistakes.
Once again, folks, tomorrow we're going to remind you to memorial for Terry Reinhardt, 6 o'clock. Receiving Friends, 7 o'clock is the memorial. I did get the video set up for Terry that we do have our tribute for. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Tom Sinofani about the Bulldogs and more on KTCBroadcasting.com.
From the KTC Broadcasting Weather Center, here's your forecast for Cleveland and Gaston counties. Mostly cloudy tonight, a low in the upper 40s to near 50. Plenty of sunshine on Saturday, highs pushing near 80. Partly cloudy Saturday night, lows around 56. A chance of scattered showers on Sunday, mostly cloudy with a high of 72. From the KTC Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Johnny Cottle for WOHS and WCSL.
Currently from the KTC Broadcasting Studios, it's 10:51, and the temperature is 57 degrees.
Where's the beef? Where's the beef?
It could be at your house if you're one of our winners in our Where's the Beef $1,000 giveaway. KTC Broadcasting will be giving away 5 $200 gift cards for beef. Take your pick: steaks, ribs, hamburger, and more. Be sure to register today at Lewis Feed and Western Store, Highway 321 South in Gastonia, at Cotton Seafood, Highway 321 Business South in Lincoln, at Dallas Express Pharmacy on Hoffman Drive in Gastonia, at Jake's Knives and Coins, South Lafayette Street in Shelby, at Arnold's Jewelry, South Washington Street in Shelby, at Carpet One Interiors, East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia, at Ferguson Ace Hardware, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, at the Captain's Cap Family Fish House on Linwood Road in Gastonia, at Bell's Farms on Highway 216 in Kings Mountain, and at Carolina Furniture Mart, North Aspen Street, Lincoln, and Cummings Furniture on West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. The drawing will be held Friday, October 31st. Register to win in our $1,000 Where's the Beef giveaway.
Where's the beef? Where's the beef?
You can also register at Oakwood Homes on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
Outdoor fun starts at Card Guys in Gastonia. No matter your age, hop on and ride. Card Guys in Gastonia has golf carts with brand names like Epic, Evolution, Massimo, and Terra. And they have a whole lot more, like ATVs, UTVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, go-karts, and more. And they have a complete repair and service center. And Cart Guys also has Liberty Buildings, including steel buildings, carports, garages, and gazebos. Cart Guys Incorporated, 109 Crowders Creek Road, off Highway 321 South Gastonia. Open 9 to 4:30 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 Saturday. Online at cartguysinc.com. Like them on Facebook too. The Clay Barnett Funeral Home in Shelby gives you 5 reasons to choose acclimation over cremation. Acclimation is a gentle, dignified process. It's a process that uses 95% water instead of fire. 20% more ash remains are returned to the family. It is a green process with no emissions and no harmful greenhouse gases. And acclimation prices start at $25.95, and payment plans are available with credit approval. Consider acclimation, exclusively offered by Clay Barnett Funeral Home. Online at claybarnett.com, with locations at 303 Pfeiffer Road, Kings Mountain, and 1401 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Jill's Uniforms has a new location. Jill's Uniforms is now located at 1606 Suite C, East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. They are the only uniform retailer in Shelby and are the #1 retailer for healing hand scrubs. They also have name brands like Cherokee, Dickies, Heart Soul, Sketcher, and more, plus tactical wear and gear by Proper, True Spec, and 511. They offer embroidery and custom apparel, along with basic alterations and personalized site fittings. Group rates and discounts are available, and ask about their monthly giveaways with exemplary customer service. Jill's Uniforms, now located at 1606 Suite C, East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturdays, 11 a.m. till 4 p.m. Call 980-429-5208. Some folks have the misconception that Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs is strictly a wholesaler, but that's not true. They sell to you, the public. Just belly on up to their walk-in counter for a full line of automotive products, including oils, transmission fluids, antifreeze, filters, chemicals, parts, and supplies for all types of automobiles and trucks. Serving this area for over 52 years. That's Putnam Distributors, 1626 Peterson Drive, off Highway 180 South in Shelby. Call 704-487-9395 or online at PutnamDistributors.com. Just arrived at the Falston Pharmacy. New Burns Bulldog sweatshirts. Get yours today just in time for the big game. And at both Falston Pharmacy and Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville, flu shots are available. Call for details on getting your flu shot. And remember, at both locations, you can use their convenient drive-through window. And check out the grill at Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville for breakfast and lunch Monday through Friday. The Falston Pharmacy, Highway 18 North in Falston. Medical Center Pharmacy, 607 East Academy Street in Cherryville. To get that high grass cut down, you need an attack cat. Like a new Bobcat mower from Hojo Outdoor Power in Shelby. Jump on that grass with a new Bobcat. Come check out their line of Bobcat zero-turn mowers with financing at 0% for up to 48 months. There's nothing like a Bobcat. From Hojo Outdoor Power, 110 Greg Street off South Lafayette Street in Shelby. Online at hojopower.com. Like them on Facebook too. Hojo Outdoor Power is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. Closed Saturday and Sunday.
At Coyote, we're going to treat you like dirt because we hold dirt in the highest regard. We're honored to find it under our fingernails, lucky to be caked in it at day's end. It keeps us humble, honest. Dirt gets taken for granted by most, but if you know us, you know getting treated like dirt means getting treated with respect. Coyote, we dig dirt.
Your Coyote dealer is Weston Sales, Highway 18 North, Highway 27 intersection west in Vale.
And we're back on the Full Throttle Powersports post-game show with Kevin and the Mafia. We're
all right, folks. We should have Tom Stefani on the phone. We've had some phone problems tonight. Let's see if we got it going, JP. Did we get that issue fixed yet?
Hopefully we did. I turned them on. So.
Tom, are you there?
I can hear the phone, but
Tom, can you hear us? Mr. Centofonte. Yeah, we've had some issues getting it up. He says he hears elevator music right now. So I don't even know where elevator music will be coming from.
Well, Kevin, before we get Tom on the phone, I just want to point out that Tom has made a public statement that this is his last year at Burns, and Tom's alma mater, UNC Charlotte, this week fired their athletic director. I just want to know, is there a connection here?
Yeah, maybe there is. I hear something now. Tom, you there? Maybe not. I told him to call back. JP, so he's going to call back, see if we can get him on. We had issues earlier with the phones, getting them on. I don't know. Calvin had a problem getting them on. If Calvin's having a problem getting them on, I fully expect JP not to be successful either. So
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Yeah, Tom, but I hear elevator music.
There's Tom.
There you go.
Get out of the elevator, Tom.
Do you hear us? He's getting.
Like I can barely hear the guys in the background.
We hear you.
Let her rip, Tater Chip.
All right, I'm going to let Chip read some scores until Tom starts talking. And Tom, you go ahead and talk. We've got you loud and clear. I know you can't hear us maybe through the radio, but I'm going to let Chip go over some scores real quick till we get that set up. I'm going to try to hit some buttons in here. All right, Chip.
Okay, if you can hear me talk, guys, I'll go ahead and give you what stats I have. Romello Wells was our player of the game, had 5 carries, 97 yards and a touchdown. Pryor had 7 carries, 94 yards and a touchdown. Ussery had 2 touchdown receptions. Drew Dixon was 9 of 13 for 119 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Our defensive player of the game was Armani Littlejohn, had an interception, 9 tackles, including a sack. So just pretty dominant performance by Burns tonight, and just congratulations to them moving forward. They've got a game they should win pretty easily at Highland Tech next week, and then sets up the big showdown with Shelby. I can't really hear anything you guys are saying, so I'm going to hang up now, and then if you want me to call back, let me know. I'll see you guys in the morning. Thank you.
All right, Tom. Thanks for calling in. Give us the giving us the update on the stats and everything you shared on Burns' victory at Cherryville, 38-6. Once again, that was Tom Cinefani. Thanks again. You can also hear Tom tomorrow morning, 8 to 10:15, along with Kevin and myself, and Zach Mayhew. I think Zach will not be here tomorrow with Shock Jocks. Be sure and tune into that. Run down the scoreboard real quick. We've still got a few games that are not finals. We're going to see. I know we've got some of our other broadcasters are going to call in. Kevin's going to work on trying to see if we can get the phones hooked up. We can hear them in the control room. JP can hear them in the control room. Ken, we saw the same issue during the Witherspoon Insurance pregame show with Brian Branch when Brian called in, but we can't hear him here in the studio, or they can't hear us in the studio when we're trying to talk to them. So, anyways, Kevin's working on that, and while he's doing that, I'm going to run down these scores. The scores we have not confirmed as final, as you see, they're in red right now on the screen. Make sure that that's what y'all are seeing. Yes, we do see that. Do have the scoreboard up. These scores we have not confirmed as final. Watauga's leading Alexander Central 42-14. Is West Lincoln leading Highland Tech 53-13? That'd make Terry Reinhardt very happy. We've got Statesville leading South Iredell 47-29. Drawn leading West Caldwell. That score was from early in the first half. We have not gotten an update on that one in a while, but Drawn was leading West Caldwell 26-10 last time we had. The rest of these scores are final. I'll run through them real quick and see if Kevin has any thoughts, or if not, we'll kind of go over. Instead, Coach, I don't know if we really got a lot of detail other than the initial play on Coach Taylor with your thoughts about the Shelby game, but we can go over that as well. But these scores are final. Burns defeats Cherryville 38-6. It's Kramer over Lincolnton 45-21. The Shelby Golden Lions defeat East Gaston 42-6. Crest shuts out North Gaston 76-0. Is East Burke over Chase? And Coach Cogdell's return to Rutherford County 38-14. Hickory in a back-and-forth game holds off East Lincoln 31-28 to put that conference in chaos. St. Stephen's defeats McDowell 41-16. Freedom over South Caldwell 56-35. A lot of high scores this tonight. Mountain Heritage over Mitchell 45-13. It was Hendersonville defeating Avery County 78-26. Charles D. Owen holds off Madison 29-22. Ashbrook defeats Forest View 27-6. South Point Red Raiders shut out Kings Mountain 35-0. It was High Brighton over RS Central 45-26. The South Stanley Rowdy Rebel Bulls shut out Thomas Jefferson 49-0. Mountain Island defeats Bonnie Cone 38-6. Lake Norman Wildcats over North Iredell 55-13. Mooresville defeats Davie County 42-10. As AC Reynolds win big over North Buncombe 55-14. TC Robertson blanks Inca 41-0. Asheville comes back on Irwin, defeats Irwin 41-35.
What was that score?
Asheville defeats Irwin 41-35. Okay. Thank you, Will. Newton Conover wins a tight game against West Iredell 37-36. East Rutherford shuts out Patton 35-0. is Maiden holding off Mandy's 41-34. Fred T. Ford defeats Bunker Hill 21-7. Is North Stanley in the Battle of the North? North Stanley defeated North Rowan 35-23. Corvian Community. Will, what school was that again?
Corvion.
Yeah, very good. Corvian Community defeats Community School of Davidson 29-28. Lake Norman Charter defeats Lane Tree Prep 56-19. Christ the King defeats Pine Lake Prep 41-13. Is Albemarle over Union County 31-24. Brevard wins against West Henderson 41-27, and West Wilkes bucks the Bucking Elks 55-0. So
It sure got bucked.
So, anyways,
The Black House bucked the book.
that's right. So, but I know we're working on trying to get some of our broadcasters to call in. We're looking for some of the final scores. Anything that stand out, or Coach, did you want to touch a little bit more on the Shelby game? Oh, hold on. We do have a call. We're going to see if we got our phone lines working. David Potter has called in. David, do we have you?
What's up, Pat?
I'm going to go with a no.
Well, in the meantime, till we get him on the line, Will, Dennis, we came out flat, man. I was telling the guys on the sideline we had no energy the first half.
Right.
Just like they was going through the motions, and I was fussing and raising, saying, and we didn't have no fire. Like in some of those teams like that, you have to bring your own energy. You can't wait for them to give you the energy.
Right.
And the first half we had no energy, and so at halftime it was 28-0 halftime.
Mm-hmm.
So Coach Wilbanks challenged them at halftime to bring some energy, and we played a lot better the second half. And we still making some dumb mistakes, like we lined up in trips and we covered up the other receiver. And they called Wonderland's touchdowns back.
All right. Excuse me, Coach. We'll get
get back in a minute.
Get your final thoughts here on that Shelby game as well. David Potter has called in. David Potter, can you hear us?
Evidently not.
This is like talking to my wife. She doesn't like talking to me either. But anyway,
but she does.
Hey, how many kids you got?
Let's see. Carry the two.
I imagine she talks to you pretty well, sir.
Might not like what she
communicates.
Yes.
She might not be talking, but she communicates very well.
Sometimes you don't have to say nothing.
I pick fun. I love my wife very much. So, but Steve, give us kind of your final thoughts on the game there. What your thoughts there?
Okay, like I was saying at halftime, Coach Wilbanks challenged the kids to pick up the pace, and like I was going through motions, and so they did. They picked it up the second half and really began to play defense because they was moving the ball on our defense, and I'm like, come on now, we can't get a 3 and out. So we finally got the running clock, and like I said, Land was on fire. He made some good throws, and he also was smart. Threw him out of bounds. There's nothing wrong with throwing it out of bounds and live to see the next day.
Absolutely.
And I just want to congratulate Land for being Shelby High School's all-time passer. And I think that
in Cleveland County, I think from what Kevin said, he might be. He's up here.
He's approaching. He's approaching.
He's about to catch the kid from Burns.
Yeah.
He doesn't have too much more to go, but he's Shelby High School's all-time leading passer. Of course, he started 3 years in varsity, and
let me mention that for a second. When I seen this kid when he first came up, when he started playing when he was a sophomore, and I seen this kid, I was like, it's gonna be something special. He reminded me of Cam, other than he don't have the big run moves, but he can move the pocket when he needs to. But he had the big arm, he had the size.
Yes.
I said this kid is gonna be really special at Shelby. When you say the Shelby High all-time passing record, you gotta name who he beat out.
Isaiah Best.
He beat not only Isaiah Best, but I'm just saying where he had the lineage, where he had to come from to get there. Dalen Fuller. Dalen
Darquez Fuller. Darquez Lee.
I'm saying Dalen Fuller, Darquez Lee, Dalen
Lee,
and then Isaiah Best.
Isaiah Best.
So the lineage of where he had to come from, all the numbers that had been put up from those guys before, those guys that started that, RJ
George.
RJ George put
Right.
up big numbers.
And also, you got to realize that Dorquez threw 60 touchdowns in 1 year too.
Exactly.
He was on fire.
Yeah, and so those are like some great quarterbacks at Shelby that he had to surpass to be the number one quarterback. And you have to give the kid credit where credit is due. Like I really think he's coming
got
into his own.
over
now.
100 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's coming into his own, and I think some more big time organizations are going to start looking at him.
And Land, after that first game against Kings Mountain, when he didn't have too good of a game, he's been a total different Land.
I was about to say he used that as a learning experience.
Even in practice, he's a total different kid. He's a leader. He don't mind sticking it up in there and run it either. Usually he wouldn't run it.
Yeah.
But now we put him in the wild. Before we never put our quarterback in the Wildcat or the heavy package. We put him back there and let him run it because he's just as big as any running back we got.
I mean, he's 6. What how tall is he? 6'3"?
I don't know, but Hitler's one heck of a kid, and he's a great leader. And Coach Chris Emery does a great job with him. He's our quarterback coach.
That first game this year, Coach, it doesn't really surprise me. It's hard. I mean, he was already impressive quarterback before this year ever started, and it's hard it's hard not to hear all that noise. It's hard not to hear all the expectations and that you're the face of the team. Tristan's not there anymore. All these things that he had to deal with probably coming into this year, and wanted to feel like that first game he wanted to make a statement, he wanted to answer the expectations, and I'm sure that was just an immense amount of pressure. He was tried to do a little too much probably.
And then he had all his receivers left.
Yeah, having to reestablish it, and that takes time.
They left blaming him. To be honest, that's why the kids.
That's
left.
because they
left blaming him.
Kids don't want to decrease. Like God, they don't want to decrease so the team can increase.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, guys, we're going to talk to David a weird type of way. I think we got David here. David, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Hey, there we go.
All right, so we're going to go for that, David. Can y'all hear him in your headphones?
Yeah, we hear him.
All right, David, we got you on speaker, so you're going to have to barely hear us talking to you, but we got you on the radio, we think. So go ahead with what you got, and then we'll follow up the best we can.
Well, we were down, Scott Tudor and I were down at Lincolnton visiting Stuart Kramer. We survived the roof and the ladder up to the roof. Always the rebar ladder and straight up and down. That's not my favorite thing, but we survived it. I've dried out all my papers because it got kind of humid up there tonight, so all of our papers are a little wet and just mushy. But you mentioned, somebody mentioned earlier about they thought this was a bit of a surprise. Well, Stuart Kramer's a good team, and if you listen to the broadcast, I do an interview with a coach before the game, and the Lincoln coach on Wednesday, when we recorded it, said, "Hey, our team's relatively healthy." And then 4:30, I get a text from him. He says, "I'm never saying it in an interview again." Because they had several players not play, the big one being Jalathan Matt. Look, I'm losing my mind here. Jalathan Mayfield. There we go. I'll get it right one of these times. He did not play at all, and he is one of their, not only is he a good back on the offense, but he is one of their best defensive players, and Kramer exploited that tonight. They just ran right at Lincoln and said, "Here we come. Can you stop us?" And they really couldn't. And then Lincolnton made some turnovers. 6 different times Kramer started their possession in Lincolnton territory, 3 times at around the 20, and they scored on 5 of the 6. So injuries were the big thing tonight, and Stuart Kramer is really starting to come on as a team. Their running attack, they only threw the ball 4 times. They only threw 2 times last week at West Lincoln.
Sure. Wow. That's very, very fair, and I think so much was put into this, David, just with how much Lincoln's. I honestly surprised everybody with the outcome of last week's game, and the old adage, that's why we play the games. You can say all you want to about records and how teams have looked up to the point, but and then also when you're not going in with all your big guns, just like you're talking about, as healthy as they were, it only took a day, a little over 24 hours or 48 hours for them not to not be in as good a shape, Lincolnton, at least roster wise, as they were when they spoke with y'all. So that sets you up for that, along with it. I think Will talked about it, the hangover of Shelby. The Shelby victory, it was a bad formula this evening, and I mean Stuart Kramer's got. We talked last week. The conversation was about speed, and did Lincolnton have enough speed to keep up with Shelby? Well, the answer to that looked like at least last week was yes. But I mean Stuart Kramer's big, and they can control the line of scrimmage, and that's a when you can control the line of scrimmage like that, that's such an advantage that I won't say it negates the speed, but it certainly. It makes up for any disadvantage of speed that you got.
We went down the roster for Stuart Kramer during the game, and you're not kidding. They are huge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
65, 68,
yeah,
71. I don't know if you can hear it.
Here, I found their roster. I mean, they've got linemen that, I mean, first of all, you've got Q Hawkins, the wide receiver, tight end, whatever, 6'4", 252. He is a nightmare. The DBs he was going against tonight were like 5'8", 5'9". Yeah. They didn't throw to him, so because they didn't need to.
Yeah.
I mean, you got linemen that are 256, 282, 284, 252, 320, and 359.
Yeah, that's just.
Jeez Almighty.
They just blow you off the ball.
That's right. I mean, that's you can set the tone. You can set the tone and control the pace of the game when you can do that. If all those guys are healthy and are in sync on the line.
Well, and they talk about running backs getting to the second level. Mm-hmm. The line was getting to the second
level. What year did you? And you're talking about that was their tight end, or the young man you were talking about prior to the line that you said they didn't have to throw to him tonight just because it wasn't necessarily. What year is he?
He is a junior.
And he's coming back next year. I mean, it's just.
6'2", 252. That's
6'2", 252. That's
godly numbers.
That's crazy. So that's
you can catch it.
Yeah, and with hands, with good hands as well, along with that size. He creates quite a matchup problem, and I think another year of experience is just going to make him that much more dangerous next year. They got to find a way. If not, and like you said, they didn't need him tonight, but they've got to find a way to consistently incorporate him into the offense. Make sure he's being utilized.
Well, I was just looking down the roster here. All those linemen that I mentioned, only 4 seniors. One's a sophomore.
Yeah, yeah.
They're going to be big for a while.
Yeah,
and bigger next year.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I don't know what they're feeding the fellas over Stuart Kramer, but that other coaches might want to take note of that.
Yeah, it's too much.
Well, make sure you buy lots of chicken with steroids, I guess. I don't know.
A couple of them play both ways.
That's right.
That's what they don't play both ways tonight.
Yeah, well, yeah, and Coach Steve DeGrees mentioned them playing, or several of them playing both ways, and that just, again, you got the advantage on both sides of the ball in the trenches. Well, David, thanks, man. Anything else you talking about? Where are y'all heading next week?
Schedule says North Lincoln at Bunker Hill.
Right.
To be your first time seeing the Bears.
Okay. Good
and North Lincoln got a couple games here. It looks like they could win, and they're hanging around the last playoff spot. They're about, with 48 teams, they're about 47, 46. Get a couple wins under their belt, they move up and be able to make the play.
Well, coming off a bye week this week too, or next week, North Lincoln. Hopefully that'll be, changing the coaching staff. Obviously, we've talked about the personnel changes they've had as well. Hopefully, having that extra week to prepare, and maybe they can peak at the right time at the end of the year. I think, from what we've seen the past couple of years, this is just not. This year has not been what we have grown accustomed to seeing from North Lincoln in recent memory.
No, it's not. But look at the league they're playing in too. Band, Hickory, East Lincoln, Newton, Conover. It's not an easy league.
Yeah, that's a fair point. So, good deal. Well, David, thanks for calling in. Appreciate you. Thanks for your flexibility. I wish you could. This is like playing a game of a Twister, trying to make the conversation work. Kevin's got creative and made it work for us. So, thanks for calling in. Always appreciate your insight.
All right, thanks.
All right, that's David Potter. Tuning in. Get my microphone back up here. All right. So, anyways,
he was saying about North Lincoln.
Yep.
They didn't just lose Coach Basil.
It's a whole staff.
They lost his staff. So all that culture that Coach Basil and his staff had built, nobody was there to recover that culture.
Where did he go to? Did he just retire?
He retired.
Yeah.
Coach Basil retired.
So, all right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, see if we can get some more calls or some other other means of sharing information. We definitely got highlights I know Kevin will share with you, and we'll keep you up to date if we get any other additional final scores. You're listening. This is the Full Throttle Powersports of Lowell post-game show at KTC Broadcasting.
It's the shopping event of the season, the Southern Christmas Show, November 14th through 24th at the Park Expo and Conference Center. Celebrate the 12 days of Christmas, a countdown of Yuletide cheer brimming with festive decor and seasonal magic. Buy tickets at southernchristmasshow.com. Online tickets courtesy of Craft Body Scan.
Let's go to the Southern Christmas Show.
Check out the Big E Gaffney, Upstate Carolina's complete entertainment center, located at Exit 90 on I-85 near the Gaffney Outlet Marketplace, complete with a large arcade where you can test your skills on some sensational game selections. The Big E also provides an 8-screen premium movie theater featuring new releases, and it's the perfect spot to host a birthday party. There's even a 16-lane bowling center, a snack bar where, man, the pizza's so good, plus laser tag, mini golf, and a massive indoor playland. Find out more at thebigEgaffney.com.
Get ready for the 40th anniversary North Carolina Livermush Festival, Saturday, October 18th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Uptown Shelby. This year's celebration is bigger than ever, with over 130 food, craft, and beverage vendors. It's the largest lineup in festival history. Sink your teeth into delicious Livermush sandwiches and creative dishes. Cheer on the Livermush eating and cooking contest, and enjoy live music all day long. Don't miss the Pet Festival, hosted by Rollover Pets, with a pet parade, costume contest, and Dynamo Dog Show. Kids can enjoy pumpkin painting, balloon art, and more in the land of Rhythm Kids Zone. It's free to attend, and well-behaved pets are welcome. Be part of the tradition. It's Saturday, October 18th, the North Carolina Livermush Festival in Uptown Shelby, celebrating their 40th anniversary. You can find details at nclivermushfestival.com.
For all your janitorial and cleaning supplies and disposable paper products, see Webb Chemical and Paper Company. You'll find great prices and great service, and they offer products in bulk. Family owned and operated for over 49 years. Their friendly, helpful staff will assist you with all your product needs. Webb Chemical and Paper is conveniently located at 2500 West Dixon Boulevard, Highway 74 West in Shelby. Stop by and see them or call 704-482-4331. Check them out on the web at webchemicalandpaper.com.
The service specials in the service department at Marburger Chevrolet have been extended. If you missed out, you've still got time. Check out their Super Saturday Oil Change Special. Regular $79.95 and now $59.95 Saturday mornings only. Also, North Carolina inspections are $10 every day. Looking for a pre-owned vehicle? Prices start at $9,900. And ask about 0% APR financing on new cars, SUVs, and trucks at Marburger Chevrolet, 200 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at marburgerchevy.net.
The Haunted Pyramids. The Haunted Pyramids in Lawndale will scare the yell out of you. Professional Hollywood special effects, 5 attractions, and escape room. Now open Friday and Saturday night, 7:30 to midnight through November 1st. Check out Dr. Venom's Snake Pit, Carnival of Terror. Admission is $30 per person, $45 VIP for all 5 attractions. Buy a $5 glow necklace, which signals you are fair game to touch and grab. Check Facebook, The Haunted Pyramids, 2745 Tony Road, Lawndale, North Carolina.
Yes, Cleveland County, there is a local Ford dealer in our area that wants to be your go-to for your next Ford, and that's Legendary Ford in Forest City. First of all, Legendary Ford in Forest City is locally owned and operated by folks that live right here. Plus, they offer the best in service. You get service after the sale. Locals serving local folks just like you. That's Legendary Ford, 565 Oak Street in Forest City. Online at legendaryford.com. Planning a funeral service can be a very difficult process for families who have just lost a loved one. Celebrating lives and healing grieving hearts is the theme for the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Fallston. It's important to them to provide those who are grieving with a supportive environment in which they can begin to find closure, say goodbye, and come to terms with their loss. Find out more today. Visit them online at StameyTysingerFuneralHome.com or give them a call at 704-538-8631. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center, 846 East Stagecoach Trail in Fallston. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home now offers water cremations. This area's durable medical equipment headquarters is Medical Arts Pharmacy in Shelby. They have just received a new shipment of items including walkers, folding walkers, wheeled walkers, and a new line of walkers with armrest. Come see the selection. Also a new line of wheelchairs, including drivable wheelchairs. Check it out at Medical Arts Pharmacy, 108 Grover Street in Shelby, right across from the hospital. Open 8:30 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 1 Saturday. Call 704-487-8068.
And we're back on the Throttle Powersports post-game show. We've got a few more scores.
So yeah.
Welcome back to the broadcast. I'm Kevin Hastings. We're gonna do some highlights right now, and
highlights,
and then
highlights. We're gonna do highlights.
Highlights.
Now win another game. You talking about highlights?
All right, so we're gonna skip around. They're not gonna be in any type of game order for you folks at home, and so we're gonna. Here's the theme of the night, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. A lot of good catches.
A lot
of good catches tonight. A lot of good throws and catches. A lot of passes tonight. It seemed like last week all we had was fullback dives. That's Namaje Thompson.
It should be golden line.
So we're watching the this is Crest Namaje Thompson going up 7-0 on North Gas. Let's see if we can get some sound going on.
Oh, that's a beautiful catch. That's so beautiful.
And like I said, folks, it's going to be the theme of the night. Watch this catch. How about Jarian Hussery, Randy Mawson, the Cherville defender on this one. Talk about a good catch.
That's nasty.
Was that a penalty after for spinning the ball?
But it should have been.
Want to watch it one more time? Watch Hussery go up. And we were just talking, me and Chip, earlier, that anytime we say Hussery's name, it ends up being like a really, really good play. So pay attention to that when we say his name. So Moss, the defender at the goal line. Here's the Red Raiders taking the field. There.
And you know Kings Mountain was already down 14 when they got off the bus. So actually they didn't score but 21. They was already down. They was already down 14.
Been there, done that, Steve.
How about a defensive play from the defensive back from South Point breaking up the possible touchdown pass here in the corner? Kings Mountain's Samarian Dawkins went down early and carted off the field. A couple fumbles earlier. How about Kings Mountain fumbling on the 1 yard line here?
Touchdown. It says South Point came over with the ball.
South Point player right there holding the ball. They ended up giving it to the Red Raiders on the fumble.
That 75 is a pretty good sized boy, Steve.
Yeah.
Crest Malachi Gamble off the left side for the touchdown.
But, hey, you can tell they was run because number one never even tried to block on the other.
Bubble screen to Michael Edwards for the touchdown. This made it 21-0 Crest over North Gaston. South Point's Kevion Pless. This is first of 2 touchdowns tonight. That made it 8.
He was cruising and they still couldn't catch up with him.
He's only a sophomore. He's only a sophomore, gentlemen.
For 5 years.
He's only a sophomore.
They couldn't catch him.
Wait till you see their quarterback drag somebody 8 yards in a minute. How about Romeo Sanders with a touchdown out of the slot? Or tight end, really, where he came out. We couldn't quite tell. He put a hand down, but he looked like he was off the line of scrimmage. But left side tight end, over the middle, touchdown, Chargers. That made it 28-0. Nice little pass there from Hammer. South Point, this is the fumble recovery.
Fumble recovered by King.
South Point fumbled it back.
Yep. Hickory striked first in their win over East Lincoln with a bomb here.
Jeez. That's trouble.
Here's a big catch. Not a touchdown, but right here in your living room. Give a nice little shout out here. I don't have the kid's name, but got to show the play. Whoop, other way. Sorry, not gonna show the play. How about let's go this way? There's your high point.
Same theory. All their plays go to their side.
You want to stop East Lincoln?
Don't let them run their plays to their side.
That's where they're going. All right, I think this was another one. This is the catch I thought was going to be here in our living room. Here we go. Jackson Dollar coming straight towards you. Big old kid, folks. Big old dude. Band playing it loud. Dollar with the catch.
Good catch.
How about run up the middle for East Lincoln? This gets them down to the 22. This is
what they play
here at the start of the game. This is at East. But Hickory would stop them, and right here they make it 14-0 on this play. Red Tornadoes going to the other corner. Touchdown. We'll go back to show that one more time. Folks, you can find the highlights. Ricky Oakes, those are Lincoln County, and tag them at What's Up Shopper for the score. Quarterback stepped up, found the man for the touchdown. All right, Gage Eichard cuts the lead 14-7 on this touchdown for the East Lincoln Mustangs. Fakes the handoff. Deep past the corner. Jump ball.
Yeah, bro, he just turned him around in the end zone. He had him. All he had to do was keep him out.
It big manned him on that one, didn't he? He caught it about the 3-yard line.
That Debo
spun into the end zone. Gage Eichard. How about the Mustangs took the lead for a few moments, 15-14. Don't look now; those Mustangs are loose.
They was slinging that thing up there, boy.
Quarterback for the Mustangs. He was in trouble too. Tossed it up, found the deep post between the safeties. And the lights going off there in
So
Denver.
they went for two.
Yes, they did. Has Lincoln Wolves there at Kramer. His banner stuck on his face.
I hope didn't nobody step out in front of
Now,
him.
here's Will. We got to tell the referee to get out of our way sometimes. He blocks the whole view of this touchdown. This little bitty fella for Lincoln. He's gonna come out there. There he is. Somewhere in there, he's got the touchdown. I don't know if it's 1 or 11. We're about to find out. One with the touchdown. So quarterback handoff. Quarterback was 11. So we're gonna hand off to Lynch.
To his brother.
So Lynch to Lynch for the 2-yard touchdown.
Look at that.
Oh, I like that big 7'5". I hear him growling.
Look at Stuart Cummings, big 68.
Big fella. Hey, we're gonna see. Now this one. This is the opposite. This is number 10, little fella for Lincoln, and trying to make a tackle at the goal line, Will. And this is what you want to say.
55 said move.
55 said no, and then the running back ran through both of them.
That's the guy that really ran up did a lot of damage to Shelby. Number 9.
Did he have on roller skates? Because he was sliding.
Yeah, he's got 2 touchdowns in this one. 9 does at least. Here's a 25-yard touchdown, number 2 for the Wolves.
Easy. They made that look easy.
Now that made it 14-7. Wolves with the lead.
Wasn't they tied at halftime? 14,
I don't think they scored again, did they? Well, they got 21, didn't they? So that made it 14-14 right there before the half. Halfback pass, trick play for the Storm. Fullback with the touch. How about that? To the end zone, to the corner. Then we got a little upside down. That's the Shelby one. We'll stay with that. I forgot. I can fix that right. Bam! This is your 7-0. Steve, you guys took an early lead.
J.J. Williams, number 3.
See if I can get some audio for you guys. Sorry, folks, about the upside down. Twitter flips them sometimes. We got to just flip them here in the studios as we go. So Shelby took a 7-0 lead with that. This was the first play tonight, honor of Coach Jim Taylor. I think the running back should have took it off tackle. Had a little hole there. He went off the center's butt.
Guys, he'd still be running right now.
Guys, it That happened to be Robert Williams' son.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, number 12 is Robert. And that's why we let him run the ball because.
Here's the hole.
Yes, he should have ran it off. We only practiced it like we never practiced it.
Right.
We just did it at the last minute on the coach table.
I love it. Great gesture for the Golden Lions. Lorenzo Roseboro coming into your house for the touchdown. Made it 14-0
I was
over
trying to see
East
that
Gas.
number. It's
Number 5.
number 5.
For who?
Shelby.
Lorenzo Roseboro.
Yeah, that's Lorenzo
But
Roseboro.
the number I'm talking about is 51.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
Look at
AJ.
him.
That's AJ. He's he playing tackle tonight.
Give him the ball.
Oh yeah.
There's
I think he need a carry.
There's your short yardage back right there.
Look, AJ again.
How about
JJ.
this throw from Ryan Farmer?
JJ. He's got to be at least about 100 touchdowns.
Talking about I actually haven't seen Farmer in person, but I've seen some of the other Shelby quarterbacks over the years in person. My favorite, I think, seeing throwing the ball in person was Darquez Lee. I always thought he had the best touch I've seen in person.
He had a rifle.
I loved watching Darquez throw the ball. Watching Farmer here that I've just seen on the highlights tonight, one thing I did notice is that he's got good zip on the ball. If you'll notice, that ball doesn't arc much. Like, he is putting it in spots, zipping it around out there, and throws a good football. Just watching the ball.
I'm a little biased. I think we got the best receiving corps around. I mean,
oh yeah,
I'm biased, and we got a great receiver coach too. Coach Dotson Collins. He played in NFL with the Baltimore Ravens. He went to Gardner Webb, and man, number 1, that's his son, and Coach Collins does a great job with our receivers. He makes them accountable. You line up wrong, you're coming out. If you don't catch the ball, you drop the ball, you got to block. That stuff he instills in our kids.
This is Michael Edwards, made it 35-0 for the Crest Chargers. 42-0 Crest. That's Devarius Surratt. I think y'all had more points than they had fans tonight, Dennis. Y'all got 77. It had to be close. Looking at the picture.
Kevin, let's be honest about it. If you were North Gaston and your son was playing, I can understand you coming to the game. But if it's not your son playing, why would you drive from Dallas all the way to Bowling Springs?
Unless you got a Steve.
Colton Pryor made it 14-0 on that one. Najee Thompson, 49-0 on this one. He gone. How about a little bit from the South Point Band at halftime? Now, we're about to do the dance team. The dance team put on a decent show here. We'll probably get kicked off YouTube for use of their music, but we're going to go with it here. How about the dance team? Let's go. They brought out Little John from 25 years ago, baby. No, their mothers were.
They're jamming.
Oh, they did great. So, folks, you got video of your band, dance team, whatever. We'll be happy to play them as well. Show the folks at home. South Point had a big night over there celebrating against Kings Mountain, it looks like. How about this was South Point taking 15-0. Now, this may be this place as well as the quarterback. I'll save that comment for just a few minutes. Bulldogs going up 17-0 on this field goal. Go Dogs. How about Lincoln now is 0-4 all-time against Stuart Kramer. 17, 18, 19, and 20, 25 losses for Stuart Kramer. Wow. Bulldogs, remember Usry? I said he always puts on a show. Watch this one. Catch, shake, and gone. Usry, he gone. Playmaker for the Bulldogs.
Because they said they didn't have Davis.
Kings Mountain, South Point leads 21-0 off this interception.
That's not the quarterback they had at the first of the season.
Jeremiah Holt.
That's a different quarterback.
All right, this may be the put hair on your chest play of the night right here. I think this is the one. It's either this one or the other one, but I know Patrick Blee did it. Yep, this one right here. All right, Will and Steve, we're going to pause it. You ever seen that video where they say, like, how did I end up here?
Yep, that's me.
You know what I'm talking about there.
Yep, that's me.
Well, the defender for Kings Mountain, how many feet are in a yard?
3.
About 25 feet, he gets drugged. Do the math on that one. Here we go. By the quarterback. So we're going to make contact about the 7 or 8 here, Will.
First of all, he's too high.
Oh, yeah, he is. Because he's about to be drugged 25 feet. Oh, touchdown, South Point. And then he has the audacity to try to take the ball.
Not bad for a baseball player.
How about
Patrick Bleason.
Again, what a play by the quarterback. Not a lot of quarterbacks you see drag people 25 feet, do you?
If they play in Redbone, they have to, though.
Touchdown, Red Raiders.
That gave him 21 because they already had 14.
So there's your man-child play of the night that my volunteer.
Yeah, that's gonna get my vote right yonder.
And also, guys, that Patrick Key, he's the great kid too. I've talked to him several times. Yes sir, no sir type of kid.
And there was some question to whether he was going to come back and play football this year,
right?
Because he is a major baseball prospect.
Right.
Chris Dawkins with a touchdown. How about Chervil Ironman with a trick play, a little trickery, halfback pass, and Ajay Whitworth gets missing in the end zone for the Ironmen.
The only score.
Jesse Ledford, 5th touchdown of the night for South Point, 3rd guy to score. Raiders going away. Bulldogs, this is Romello Wells with a touchdown. Over 50 yards, maybe 60 yards on this one. Good blocking downfield, but
boom!
Was that a hold?
Let me see
I don't know whether it's a hold.
It was a tackle.
It was a hold.
No,
that was a hold.
If you look at it,
it's a hold.
Look who's
He got his hand. He's got his hands behind him. Will.
Look,
his hands on the 6.
Will. Don't.
Look who's turning who.
That's a holding.
Who threw their hips first?
It don't make no difference.
No, yeah, because that's what you do on defense when you get hold.
That's a
you
hold.
just grab them and throw them down too.
They ain't hold, they ain't call it. Look at that. That is a hold. Anytime you wrap your hands around and you blocking, you lucky you got away with that.
38-6, Bulldogs win.
He got away with it because the guy tackled him. That's why he got away with it.
We went through the Shelby highlights earlier. We'll go out real quick. Let's do those Lincoln and how about the Lincoln and Stuart Kramer game? O'Brien taking care of the highlights for us tonight. Thank you, Mr. Hatton. Wolves fall 45-21 in Kramer. This is 7-0 for the Carry. We went through over a couple of these earlier. And then let's get out to
that's unbelievable
where it gets to 21-14 right here for the
that big number.
Kramer. Interception, quarterback. After the interception, quarterback ends up on the keeper with a touchdown going up 21-14. This made it 28-14. There's your number 9 that she was talking about.
Jeez, 44. He took you to the barnyard.
Number 9. Touchdown.
Then he fall down.
I don't know how these kids keep trying to tackle these big backs up top.
Can't go high.
I mean, that is the death sentence of a linebacker. You ever try to hit somebody high?
The best tackle I've seen in a while, I'm not saying because of my number 2 for Shelby, Derek Key, he would put the wood to you. He hit that big number 8, number 3 for Lincoln last week. I'm saying, oh. Is he going to get up? Derek got right back up.
Is the Storm going up 45-21? This will be the final score of the night. Storm final nail in the coffin.
Run that play back. Kevin. They ain't no looking at the players nowhere inside. What I guess
they all stuffed down in front of you. Did you see what that center just did to this guy? Look at this mess right here. Oh, my goodness.
Little bitty thing.
Oh, my.
If you don't know what Will's talking about.
Do you have some maple syrup, Will? Because I think I see a pancake.
Cool.
Jeez almighty, he got him from jump right here.
Hold on, folks at home, trying to get adjusted over. Here's what we're looking at. Watch the center here. I lost.
It was 2 pancakes on that play. And the one right here, and then the one on the center.
Kramer wins 45-21. All right, folks, there's your highlights for tonight.
Thank you, Stuart Kramer. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Steve. That's Steve speaking on behalf.
Well, you took care of business. You wouldn't have been in position
of
right
the
now
league.
to have
Right. Thank you. Ain't nothing wrong with getting a little help. Ain't nothing wrong with getting a little help.
Cleveland County don't thank Gaston County for their help. We do other things wrong.
Hey, I'm thanking them. Well, years ago, I think Burns, when I was playing, was going down to Big South Point.
That's Burns.
But they went,
That's
they went down to
County.
Big. I thank you, Stuart Kramer. You're not gonna take away what I said. Thank you. Now we got
people thinking
for the Wicked went out and then West Lincoln gonna play hard for Terry the last 2 games. So then West Lincoln will beat Lincoln, then we'll win the conference.
You think Lincoln's gonna drop too?
Yes.
Y'all gonna have a four-way tie for
It's a
first.
three-way. It's a three-way right now.
I tell you, and we talked about the RPIs and all that stuff not mattering and stuff, and I don't know if y'all heard last week or the week before, before they started doing the split conferences, Cherville had never made the playoffs by actually qualifying for a playoff. Up until like 2010, I think it was. It's just they've never made the playoffs. One year we went 6-5, 3-way tie with Mooresville and Maiden. We beat Mooresville. Mooresville beat Maiden. Maiden beat us. Coin flip. And the 2 schools that are in the playoffs every year
got to
go to the playoffs. And the school who's never made it, who should have qualified, they should have looked at it and said, you know what? Maybe Cherville should be in the playoffs this year.
Okay.
And we lost a 3-way coin
Well, you
flip.
should have called his and it was
2 Devils got in, and we were the odd man out.
Everything in this new playoff format is different because it's going on RPI, Chris.
Correct. Right. You could have 1 and 2 seeds in the same conference.
You've got
That's
a
crazy.
situation with 8 teams getting a bye.
4 on each side.
Yep. And then once you do that, you have now increased the number of teams that are in the playoffs. It went from like 32 to 48.
48, yeah.
And so there's teams, Kevin mentioned Cherville. Cherville has a legitimate chance to be in a playoff game that they wouldn't have had under the old
this year.
Cherville is 2A.
2A.
Yes.
Playoff format.
Yes. And the top 4 teams in the West in each division, and the 4 top teams in the West, in the East and the West, they get a bye.
Yeah.
They won't have to play the first week in the playoffs.
So
then
there's
the
8
schedules
divisions. So
it's 32 teams.
32 teams on each side.
Mm-hmm. There's 4 in the East, in each one. 4 in the
It was
East.
going to be actually less. I think the 3A had only had like 57 total teams. You can't even do the 32, 32.
And the 8A only has 24 teams.
There's a lot of fuzzy math for them to figure out.
Right.
But like it is.
So everybody in 8A is playing playoffs.
Pretty much.
So and 1A.
And I was just really then speaking on 3A.
Yeah.
Because the top 14, and I was talking to Will Banks. We wasn't one of those 4 teams, but we could end up being back in the hunt now. And I was telling our kids tonight, they said cream always rise to the top.
Well, Steve, look at it this way. You got those top 4 teams in your division bide. So that first game is like a typical first round game. It's a cupcake. And if you're high enough to be up there and you get the 32nd team, chances are you're going to win.
But anything can happen in the playoffs, because I remember one year, 78, we was 10-0. Remember when we went to play Newton Conover? They came to Shelby and they beat us 3-0. We was undefeated.
That was Newton Conover.
Right now, Steve, they got you at 18th in the RPI. East Rutherford is at 17. Lincoln at 12 for our local teams. North Stanley up to 4.
But that'll change after the night.
It says, what's your overall record right now?
It'd be we 5-3.
It's got you listed at 5-3 right now. So
Right,
I don't know if it's
5-3.
automatically already updated. I think it's already updated. I guess it has. If it's got you guys listed here at 5-3,
And
East
there are
Rutherford at
some
6-1.
websites, Kevin, that already have the matchups as who Shelby would be playing.
I take out the top 8. well, this east and west stuff too. You got to split everything with all that too. So yep, you do got to do some fuzzy math. Bessemer City down at 51. I think what you said 48 got in. So
yes.
Polk County at 40, Chase 37, West Lincoln 35. You guys at 18 will probably have a home game first, I would say, and then
maybe
on
we might
the road,
could get
maybe
to
round 2, maybe depending.
All depends on how we finish. We might could get 2 home games.
I don't know exactly how the brackets are going to look. Of course, we'll talk about that later. So that was your 3A classifications, RPIs, real quick. I'll look at a couple of them real quick.
Y'all got to remember last year, East Rutherford went down to Reedsville,
right?
And won.
And knocked off the defending champions.
Right. And then choked the next week.
And then
well, they got stomped the next week. Brevard.
Against Brevard.
Brevard's number 1 in the 4A, guys. Reedsville's 2 right now. So there you go. High Brighton's 5, Maiden 8, Newton Conover 11, Burns 14. That Stuart Kramer's down to 15 right now in the RPI in the 4. So they're behind Burns, Newton Conover, and Maiden. All of them in there is the Stuart Kramer Storm.
So Burns a 4A in Newton Conover.
Right. Burns a 4. Burns are going to 4. Chris 4, 5.
Cleveland County could have 4 state champions.
That's right.
Pardon me.
3, 4, 5, and 6A. Not this year, maybe. Maybe another year.
Maybe another year, but no.
Who's the number 1 RPI in the 5A?
Chris.
Thank you, Steve.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It might have changed.
It's Chris.
Oh, it's changed. Hickory's your new number 1 in the 5A.
Oh.
Wow.
They beat East.
I'm just playing. Chris still won. South Point 2. Hickory is 3rd. East is down to 6 right now.
I know Chris was 1.
So, but all 4 of those teams get a bye.
Right.
Chris, South Point, East, and Hickory all get buys.
Remember we talked about the Weddington game.
If we keep 1, that means we stay home the whole
time.
Correct.
So that's a great thing for us.
You remember Will, when we talked about when Chris lost the Weddington?
That was a good loss. It's a great loss. I said it when it happened. I'm saying it now on air in front of everybody.
Now,
that's a great loss.
Long as they don't let Ed come next week.
Yeah.
Well, Ashbrook is number 4.
And Ashbrook and Chris, they always got dogs.
Kings Mountain's at 17.
Who won last year between Chris and Ashbrook?
Kings Mountain's at 17.
In the grand scheme of things, and I get what you're saying, Steve, but if Crest lays an egg next week, what's it matter? They're still going to the playoffs.
And they'll still get a bye.
Probably still got top 8.
Yeah.
Might not be number 1 though. Might not be number 1 though.
But you sit your team up. You win your preseason, then you win your conference.
Right.
Like that's just a goal that you set for your team.
But that's old school, Chris.
I know that, but that's what you sit. You want to win. You always want to win your conference.
Yeah, but that's the old way. In the new way, you want to generate RPI, and once you've got RPI,
if you win
you've
your
got to
conference,
buy.
If you win your conference, you're gonna get the RP. You're gonna get it.
But that's based on winning.
That's right.
We still don't have
to
West
quote
Lincoln
Al Davis, just win, baby.
That's all you got to do.
Hey, Steve, if I'm the Kansas City Chiefs, I don't care if I lose to the Buffalo Bills in the regular season. I care if I lose to them in the postseason.
That's right.
That's
right.
But the one thing that does matter that we have seen other than the Weddington game, Chris plays great at home.
Yep.
And you don't want to lose a game and lose that home. If the road to Chapel Hill or the road to Raleigh or the road to Wake Forest has to run through Old Bowling Springs Road,
it's the road to Hickory now because they're playing at Lee's McRae.
Yes.
Or they're playing at Shaw University.
We did want
in Durham.
Right.
Is it Shaw? Is that
Shaw's in Raleigh?
Is that a private?
So
my question is, I love the ideas, and for the folks that do not know, they did announce this week that they will be playing state championships finally in the western part of North Carolina.
But they don't tell you who's playing.
Well, they're waiting for the matchups.
What?
So Lenore Ryan will be hosting state championships.
Right.
Yeah.
Shaw University and of course
2. Shaw's get 2.
And the University of North Carolina will have
Chapel
state
Hill.
championships. Right. So Lenore Ryan, of course, AstroTurf. I expect more than how many games they might do? 4 there.
HBCU.
So is that state? Is that a state or private?
It's a state.
It's private. It's a private 4-year historically black
So
university.
that is my only issue is that could we not do it at the public schools? Because these are public schools as opposed to going to the private school.
We used to have a championship.
So UNC Charlotte.
It may be because
UNC Charlotte lets Lincoln.
Downtown Raleigh, is it not? Charlotte, is it not downtown Raleigh?
Yeah, Sean said Durham. So it said Durham.
It's in Durham,
North
It's in
Carolina.
Durham County.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the reason I know about Shaw is back long, multi years ago when I was at Gardner Webb, we used to play them in basketball in the district regionals. And back then it was win in advance. There was no seeding as such. Win in advance.
Oh, does it? Well, it said the NCAA wrote Durham. That's why I was saying Durham.
But it's actually, if you know where the old Memorial Coliseum is,
in Raleigh,
down on the southern end of Raleigh, Shaw is over to the east of that.
Got you. All right. Well, the good news is they are coming to Lenore-Ryan. The bad news on my end, I wish they was doing the public schools. So like UNC Charlotte, App State, but it's not Lenore-Ryan. We'll take it because they're on the west side. We're on the west side.
I think that construction that they're doing and expanding the Charlotte Richardson Stadium may have been the reason they weren't doing a post-season game.
I'm going to give them half credit for doing it. I'll give them some. I'll give the state of North Carolina some credit.
And it's good for the teams in the West that I remember in the nightmare when we spent the night up there on Batman was sophomore. We went to Chapel Hill that night, spent the night.
Yeah.
And Southwest Onslow wore us out. We never spent the night again.
All right, boys, we got to get out of here. Let's read these scores real quick. Chip, I'm gonna let you just do all the scores as fast as you can.
I want to do one thing. Before we go, I'm gonna take out this Shelby hat. And now I'm gonna put on this cowboy hat for my friend Terry. We love you, Terry.
I think accidentally for the folks online, I accidentally started playing the way it's playing. There we go. We'll let them come back online in a second. All right, real quick, tomorrow again. Once again, I want to remind everybody, ceremonies for Terry Reinhardt tomorrow night at the West Lincoln Optimus Park. 7 o'clock is the ceremony. 6 o'clock, begin receiving friends. Bring your lawn chairs. Bring your stadium seats if you want to sit in the bleachers. Wherever you want to fit, wear whatever you want to be comfortable. Cowboys gear, Celtics, Kansas City, West Lincoln, Lincoln. Wear your high school's gear. Wear everything, whatever you want to wear. That they're having it out at the baseball field. I wonder, some reason it's playing video. I'm good. It looks like, but I don't know why. Y'all don't know what I'm looking at, but online it's playing something else for some reason.
Oh, I just wanted to say that I thought it was great of Terry in his memorial picture here to be wearing a Carolina blue shirt.
That's not Carolina Blue. That's teal. He's a Wolfpack. Also, I do got a little Wolfpack tribute to him. I'm going to go through the scores real quick.
Well, we just had to gig him one last time.
As fast as I can.
Don't pay him no mind, Terry. He's not responsible.
That's all right, real quick.
Now y'all can see I got on my cowboy hat.
Basket, JP, you're going to hit automation at the end of this as soon as Terry's Wolfpack gets thrown up. I'm only going to read the top scores. Burns 38-6 over Cherryville. Kramer 45-21 over Lincoln. Shelby 42-6 over East Gaston. Crest 76-0 over North Gaston. Eastburg 38-14 over Chase. Hickory 31-28 over East Lincoln. Ashbrook 27-6 over Forest View. West Lincoln 61-13 over Highland Tech. South Point 35-0 over Kings Mountain. High Brighton 45-26 over RS Central. South Stanley 49-0 over Jefferson. Mountain Island 38-6 Bonnie Cone. We don't know if it's final, but Drama's winning 26-10 over West Caldwell. Newton Conover wins by 1 over West Iredale 37-36. East Rutherford 35-0 over Patton. Maiden 41-34 over Bandies. Ford 21-7 over Bunker Hill. And North Stanley 35. North Rowan 20, and this is what I think is going to be Terry.
Wolfpack supporters are the best in all the land. Listen to the cheerleaders, listen to the band. Wolfpack supporters are the best in all the land. Listen to the cheerleaders, listen to the band. Look at all the fans, they're cheering on the pack. Always looking straight ahead and never looking back. Why Why don't you meet me in the Wolfpack Den? We'll all have lots of fun watching our team win. No doubt about it. Listen close, my friend. I feel sorry for any team that comes to the Wolfpack Den.